It's so easy to dismiss, to deny, to say nay to most things. After, there is a deep-seated terror born in us of the unknown, a cynicism that seems fashionable to flaunt, especially these days. But what if we reverse its inherent fear and trepidation? My Mexican protagonist, Edgar Galvez, in today's episode, did just that. Hey guys, I'm Sana Chawla and the author of the book The Magic Within. And I'm excited to share with you the power of yes. Edgar tells his story. Life doesn't always turn out to be extraordinary, but I decided to make my life just that. I was born in Mexico on 27th October 1983 and the youngest of the 3 children. When I was a child, my mom would tell me stories about me even before I was born. After having 2 children, her doctor advised my mother to have a hysterectomy. It was during a very traumatic time in her life, but thanks to her maternal instinct, she somehow sensed that she was 4 weeks pregnant that time. It was because of her spot-on intuition that I exist today. I had several issues as a toddler: chronic fevers, bronchitis, and colon disorders, and my mother had quite a task looking after me. I had even once said to my mom, "I don't like your planet. I'm tired. I'm leaving." And she reassured me with her love, her understanding of my life's worth, and I owe it to her that I am still there. I grew up a happy boy with a special love for music. I was extremely motivated by my elementary school music teacher, and as it turned out, today he's my father-in-law. It's amazing what connections the universe creates for us. Music has always played an important role in my life ever since I was a child. I was bullied very badly at high school, and the experience changed my personality completely, leaving me anxious and confused. My mother made me switch schools, and it was at the new school that I met my closest friends. David and Oscar also loved music, and together we started a band called ourselves the D-Card. At 15, we bonded over music and alcohol, and our life was all about parties, playing rock music, and drinking. I started to develop dark, evil societal thoughts and acquired an unusual habit of reading the Satanic Bible. Everything in my heart was grey and frozen. Depression had crept its way into me. My savior, Jessica. October 8, 1998 was one of the most beautiful days. It was the day Jessica, my first niece, was born. I remember the first time I saw her, beautiful and curled up like a pink cotton ball. I was so overwhelmed to see her, it was an indescribable feeling. I felt completely and compelled to change myself for the better for Jessica's sake. In my current state, what could I teach her? She would watch me closely and learn from me. Was I good enough to be her role model? That day I began to truly understand the unconditional love my mother had for me, because surprisingly I now had the same feeling for Jessica. I began to change, to see in color again. When I left the hospital that night, I started to see in color again. It's easier changing yourself for someone you love than it is for merely your own benefit. This is what the law of karma is based on. Edgar was soon to learn that it was fine to say yes to all the opportunities that would otherwise simply skitter away, lost and gone, maybe forever. What if life is waiting to hand over new openings, and we remain stubbornly behind the closed walls of our unbend? Listen carefully to what Edgar found out. Cool dudes always say yes. He continues. In 2007, after graduating in the field of systems engineering and cybernetic science, I met Morleo. He was the principal of the institution and had invited me to play contemporary Catholic music with his band. One of my attributes, of which I consider my core values, is saying yes to every opportunity that arises. The word yes contains a distinct intention to give you energy, Test it right now. Close your eyes and say yes as many times as you can, taking the time to really feel the meaning of the word. If you do it correctly, you will have a big smile on your face and be filled with much more energy than before. This is because every time you decide something and set your intention, God gives you the necessary energy to accomplish your goal. In this case, I said yes to Morleo. As I played with his Catholic band, I slowly got into a spiritual path and I felt happier and content. Let's pause here to consider what are the avenues open to you, dear listener. Today, hear the sounds of the universe speaking to you. What are you going to say yes to? Edgar continues. I was fortunate to meet Joel and Marlene, a young entrepreneur couple who introduced me to network marketing. Joel and Marlene founded a training program called The MAP with two other leaders, Ivan and Angel. I first met Joel when he replaced David on our band. Joel and Marlene introduced me to my greatest teachers, Anthony Robbins, Wayne Dyer, Michael Roche, Jana Fry, and many others. All the principles I was already using in my life started to align with the philosophies of these great leaders. At MAP, we have a mission to be a team that transcends history by creating leaders with integrity to impact positive changes to humanity. Sometimes you think you are alone in trying to change the world, but it's just a matter of time. When you have a firm plan, the right people will show up in your life. Marlene and Joel came as a blessing in my life because they showed me the tools I needed to start to make a real difference in this world. I started following in the footsteps of my teachers with hope, humility, and a great hunger for knowledge. Finding my mission. It was one of the most mundane days when I received a call from one of our production managers. He needed medicine for his grandchild Axel, who was fighting leukemia. It was an expensive oral chemotherapy drug that costed $1,200 US a week and wasn't easily available. We couldn't find this medicine, but I had heard about a product called Zango, which was made from mangosteen juice. I heard it was very good and could help people with cancer. We stocked up on enough juice bottles to last for a month. After attending the event Unleash Your Power Within by Tony Robbins, I learned that disease or a lack of energy stems from inadequate nutrition. I asked Axel to follow a diet rich in alkaline vegetables and to drink a lot of water. After some time, Axel's grandmother called me and asked, "Edgar, what did you give to my grandchild?" My heart began to pound and I was terrified that something had happened to him, but her joy was soon evident as she burst into laughter. I had so desperately wanted to hear her say that Axel was okay, and that's exactly what she did. I then had 7 families inquiring into what we gave Axel, because he did not have any side effects from his chemotherapy treatments. No fatigue or hair loss. Everyone called Axel the child who laughed and shrugged off chemo. I started helping the families by teaching them a very simple principle. Eat 80% vegetables and 20% whatever else you like. I began selling Zango juice and delivered it to patients in the hospital. Mindful eating is all about using mindfulness to reach a state of full attention to your experiences, cravings, and physical cues when eating. To appreciate your food, eating slowly, and engaging your senses by noticing color, smells, and flavors help to maintain an overall conscious in our thoughts and healthier responses. It's a powerful tool to regain control of your eating habits. Like Edgar, I'm a firm believer in the restorative power of nutrition. Food can heal. Food can transform us. We are what we eat. In fact, over the years, I've understood the importance of mindful eating. a concept based on the Buddhist philosophy of mindfulness. Edgar reached a moment where all the pieces of the puzzle started to fit together and his life's mission began to shape up. He and his wife started Galhar, an association aimed at helping families of children fighting terminal diseases through improvement in different aspects of their lives. They have more than 500 families in their programs. He adds, I realized that God had given me the skills and the wisdom to make a difference in the world by improving the quality of life of these families and to spare them some pain and agony. Today I am married to an amazing woman, a friend, and a gift from God. Always by my side, both of us are convinced that we can do our part in making the world a better place. I really hope this reaches out to you and taps the superhero inside you. You can accomplish anything as long as you do it from your heart. Like he says, go on, create your own story, one that you can be proudly good enough to share with the world one day. I hope this story is very inspiring for you all, and thank you so much for listening. Until the next one, my friends.